Fellow scholars, welcome to day 2. That this is a surreal interaction between Vessel, the prophet, and Sleep, the deity. Please make sure that you watch the first 2 episodes. I'm covering, right now the self-released EP 1, and everything is right here on the card. So just make sure that you watch those videos because it's going to help me out a lot. All right, so now we're entering the fields of elation. As you can tell, this is the lighting that's similar to the music video of Fields. It's a song about extreme happiness, Think of like Thread the Needle as witnessing a birth, the birth of a being, Vessel. And it's always a beautiful thing, but it can be marred by traumatic experiences, like pain, agony, and in the end, we mostly have, obviously, a new life, a new beginning, and it's a conclusion that we get from like something beautiful coming out of a painful event. With Fields, we have, we don't really have that ominous atmosphere as you do with Thread the Needle. Even during like the super heavy and aggressive moments, the genty chugs and everything, the piano, because the piano is just playing major 7 chords or like suspended chords with like 4ths and 9ths and everything. This is obviously purposefully done in order to give you that dreamy, oniric experience. But it's safe, it's joyful, it's this overall joyful song, which is just not always the rule with Sleep Token, because they like to combine pain and pleasure, which emulates how life goes on. Actually, it's the melancholy as well, but it's mostly about the absence of light. You long for the sunset. At the same time, you embrace and you welcome the night, even when it's painful. Delving into the lyrics now, the structure is actually very similar to Thread the Needle. We also begin with the sunset, so it's the same premise of welcoming the dark, the night. And remember that the night doesn't belong to God. And the night comes down. Oh, sorry, wrong song. Well, anyhow, we're talking about sleep. And again, it's a deity that no language can describe. But I'm not going to really go out on a limb here. This is a very complex issue. Let's just get back to the scene, which are the fields of elation. We have a room, again, like Thread the Needle. Time is, again, dilated due to the person entering that state of drowsiness, right, before we lose consciousness. And it's kind of like, falling into trance of sorts, and he begins with, the daylight recedes, right, in unison. So that shows that darkness is here. But the rhythm is balanced. We welcome and embrace the hypnotic feeling of traveling towards our subconscious. So in the future, I'm going to tackle this relationship of like the subconscious and like hypnos. This room that is described, they say that the hours are like death. So this is basically deep sleep. You behave differently. Your body is just as close as you can get to death, right, while you're living. It's this motionless state, or you're just breathing, but you altered level of consciousness, and that explains why the lyrics are actually open to interpretation, because it wants you to have this surrealist experience. It's kind of like, the Salvador Dali type of painting in your mind. So everyone will experience the journey differently. That's totally okay. It's like this, hey, here's your chance to journey along sleep, to enjoy the ride, and nobody else can pull me out, meaning that I'm joined with sleep here. We become this unit. Nobody else can. So it's quiet, it's loamy, it's related to the fertile soil. It's this idea of like, again, fertility, the gametes, the sexual organs. There's always this backdrop of eroticism, and the whole experience can be summarized as these fields of elation. You're just elated. Your name is a sin that I breathe like oxygen. Sleep can only be born through verb, through words and thoughts. The relationship is vital as the air he breathes. It's a romantic and idealized feeling, and the erotic love that comes along with the line, caught in the careless arms of lust again. So I remember reading someone online just mentioning that these early tunes are actually related to the seven sins or something, well, definitely fields would be about lust. All these lines about the fields of elation and what it means in terms of like sensorial experiences. And it's again like a prayer, it's this spiritual, like those early blues that, people used to sing when they hum the melodies. And it's kind of like nobody else can pull me out. The fields of elation, quiet and loamy, nobody else can pull me out. Fields of elation, quiet and loamy, kind of like praying, and remember that in the last video I've mentioned that vessel, it was not fully formed. He hasn't really transformed yet. It's kind of like his previous alter ego is still like there, and this is totally heard through the pitch, the way he sings, his falsetto. Perhaps it's just the way he sounds now, which is more distant from the vessel that we currently know, because it's the early infancy of that iteration of his new ego. But obviously, again, it's a vessel that is influenced by the previous self. In the next line, I'm losing my faith in our lives apart. And this is actually so important because it's a ritual of acceptance. It's like I embrace the night. I want to be with sleep. I want to be the John Baptist of the Jesus sleep in a way. I want to be the prophet. I don't want to really go back to my previous life. I've lost really my faith in the old ways. This is my new self, my new religion. He's not losing his religion like R.E.M. did. Oh, sorry, bad one, eh? But he's gaining a new religion, which is sleep. He welcomes that sensation, worship, right? And he's so elated that we usually have right now, the culmination, the apex, the climax. It's the genty riff for the sexual encounter, which will be told through melodies and notes and words. But the genty breakdown, again, is very promising. You got the major chords, suspended intervals, this gives you the impression that you're safe. It's just safe and sound, the fields of elation. It's a song of hope, and the music will carry the story forward. And that's it for me, Battle Scholars. I just hope that you keep listening to this one and the others, and that you can also have moments with sleep and come out of the trance as a better human being. What is your take on it? Please let me know in the comments. Music is what music does. Please like and sub, hit the bell button if you can, watch my other videos here on the cards, and we'll see you in the next video. I'm signing out. Bye now.